My dear friend, thank you for choosing to stay with me tonight. In this soft moment, you don't need to be anywhere but here. Tonight, we'll drift gently into a story about rice fields, sunlight, and a boy just beginning to understand his heart. It's a quiet place, a small village tucked between the hills, where dragonflies hover, and time moves a little slower. Pause 2 seconds. You don't have to do anything right now. Just let your shoulders fall. Let your breath soften. Let your thoughts wander quietly. And if stories like this bring warmth to your heart, don't forget to subscribe so we can meet here again each night in this gentle corner of the world. Now, close your eyes and imagine the sun rising over a sleepy hill, the scent of warm soil lingering in the air, and a summer just beginning. Somewhere in that morning glow, a boy takes his first steps into a story he'll never forget. Morning arrives slowly, like a quiet breath, drawn in by the earth itself. The rooster crows, not once, but gently, as if not to startle the sun. A breeze rustles the banana leaves, carrying the scent of steamed rice and damp soil. In a small village nestled between green hills, the day begins, not with alarms, but with the soft clatter of chopsticks, the sweep of a broom, and the laughter of a child somewhere down the alley. A boy steps outside, barefoot, hair still messy from sleep, eyes wide, but not afraid. He walks slowly, not because he's tired, but because the world feels too full to rush through. He hears the frogs still lingering in puddles, the buzz of a dragonfly passing near the well, and the way the wind plays with the hem of his shirt, like a secret only he can hear. He doesn't speak, he simply listens. And in that silence, he feels completely awake. Because something about this morning tells him that this summer will be different. That morning, he follows his father into the fields. The path feels different today, not because it has changed, but because he has. His bare feet sink into the soft mud, cool, damp, alive. The field stretches before him, a golden ocean, dancing in the sunlight. He's handed a sickle, small enough for his hands, but still heavier than he expected. His father says nothing, just nods, a quiet trust, passed from calloused hands to small fingers. He bends down and cuts. It's clumsy. The stalk bends but doesn't fall. He tries again. This time, the grain yields. A breeze brushes his cheek, and the scent of rice wraps around him. Warm, earthy, familiar. He doesn't know it yet, but something in him shifts. Not loudly, not all at once, but like a seed, just beginning to stir. For the first time, he feels like he belongs to the land. He looks up and sees her. Across the field, just beyond the rows of golden grain, she's there. Not a stranger, not really. They've lived on the same street for years. But today, something is different. She's tying her hair back, sunlight catching the edge of her cheek. There's dust on her knees, and a smear of mud across her arm. Still, to him, she looks beautiful. She doesn't see him staring, or maybe she does, but pretends not to. Either way, he looks away first. Lingers. He tries to focus on the rice, but something inside him, on the rhythm, on the sickle in his hand. But the image of her keeps slipping back in, like wind through bamboo, like a whisper he can't forget. He doesn't know what this feeling is, only that it's new, strange, soft, a little bit bright. And suddenly, this summer feels like a story. He's not just living, but remembering. The sun climbs higher, turning the rice fields into rivers of gold. He works beside his father, hands clumsy, but trying. His fingers learn the weight of the stalks, the angle of the sickle, the rhythm of harvest. They don't speak much, just glance now and then, and somehow, that's enough. Around him, the village breathes. Women laugh, As they fill woven baskets, children chase grasshoppers. At the edge of the field, a radio plays an old song from a house far away. But through it all, he keeps noticing her. The way her scarf slips as she bends down, the way she lifts her head when the breeze blows, the way sunlight lands just right on her cheek. He doesn't understand this pull, this soft ache in his chest. Is this what people call a crush? He doesn't know, and maybe that's okay. Because for now, the day is long, the sky is clear, and he's exactly where he's meant to be. The sky turns amber, fading slowly into lilac. Back home, he washes his hands in a metal basin outside the house. The water is cold, but it feels good. His mother calls him to dinner. Steamed rice, stir-fried greens, a little fish with ginger. Simple, but perfect. They eat quietly, chopsticks tapping gently against bowls. His father's eyes are tired, but proud. His mother hums a tune from long ago. After dinner, he steps outside. The moon is already rising, round and soft, like a dream beginning to form. He leans against the doorway, looking out into the night. The stars blink slowly, the crickets sing. Somewhere, a dog barks once, then falls silent. He should feel sleepy, he should feel full, he should feel still, but instead, he feels something else. He sees her again, in his mind, that scarf, that breeze, that smile. And a small question forms in the quiet of his chest. Will I see her again tomorrow? He doesn't say it out loud. He just lets it sit there, softly, like the rice husks, blowing gently across the porch. The sky turns amber, fading slowly into lilac. Back home, he washes his hands in a metal basin outside the house. The water is cold, but it feels good. His mother calls him to dinner. Steamed rice, stir-fried greens, a little fish with ginger. Simple, but perfect. They eat quietly, chopsticks tapping gently against bowls. His father's eyes are tired, but proud. His mother hums a tune from long ago. After dinner, he steps outside. The moon is already rising, round and soft, like a dream beginning to form. He leans against the doorway, looking out into the night. The stars blink slowly, the crickets sing. Somewhere, a dog barks once, then falls silent. He should feel sleepy, he should feel full, he should feel still, but instead, he feels something else. He sees her again, in his mind, that scarf, that breeze, that smile. And a small question forms in the quiet of his chest. Will I see her again tomorrow? He doesn't say it out loud. He just lets it sit there, softly, like the rice husks, blowing gently across the porch. The sun rises higher, casting long shadows across the rice. He bends low, working beside his father. Sweat beads on his brow, his back aches, his fingers sting. But still, he peeks up now and then, just to see if she's still there. And she is. Today, she's closer than before, just a few rows away. He can hear the rhythm of her steps, feel the whisper of her presence on the breeze. Then, it happens. She looks up. Their eyes meet. He freezes. The sickle in his hand hangs mid-air. And then she smiles. Not a wide grin, not a laugh, just a tiny curl of her lips, shy, quick, and gone. But it lands in the center of his chest, like a spark. He doesn't smile back, not because he doesn't want to, but because he doesn't know how. So he just nods, barely. And in that tiny exchange, the whole field feels warmer. Not from the sun, but from something else. Something blooming, quietly, inside him. He returns to work, but something's changed. The same fields, the same stalks, the same rhythm of bending, cutting, lifting. But now, his heart is lighter. Every breeze feels cooler. Every bird call sounds clearer. Even the mud between his toes feels softer somehow. He finds himself humming, A song he doesn't quite remember, but it doesn't matter. It fills the space between silence and sunshine. At times, he glances sideways just to see if she's still smiling. She isn't. Not always. Sometimes, she's wiping sweat from her brow. Sometimes, she's laughing with her sister. Sometimes, she doesn't look his way at all. But that's okay, because even without her gaze, the world around him feels new. The rice seems brighter, the clouds more alive. Even the sound of his own breath feels like part of something bigger. He doesn't know what love is, not yet, but he knows what it feels like to be moved by something small and beautiful. And that, for now, is enough. Evening tiptoes in, soft as a lullaby. The sky melts into gold, then into rose, then into deep, quiet blue. The field glows faintly. Lanterns haven't been lit yet, but fireflies, they begin to rise. Tiny lights, here, then gone, flickering like unspoken thoughts. He sits by the edge of the field, bare feet dusty, shirt damp from the day's sweat. The sickle rests beside him. His palms are scratched. His shoulders ache. But his heart, it's full. He watches the last workers walking home, baskets on their heads, hands linked, laughter rising like steam from the earth. And then he sees her again. She's walking a little behind her sister. Her scarf is untied, her steps slow. She brushes a strand of hair from her cheek. He doesn't call out, he just watches, as if his gaze could hold her there for a moment longer. And when she disappears around the corner of the path, he feels it. A gentle pull inside his chest. Is this what it means to miss someone? He isn't sure, but the feeling stays with him, even as the fireflies rise higher. The house is quiet, the night still. He lies on his mat, facing the wooden ceiling. The fan clicks softly with every spin. Crickets chirp, just outside the window. He should be tired. He is tired. But sleep won't come. His thoughts drift back to the field, to her smile, to the shimmer of fireflies as they floated like secrets into the sky. He wonders what she's thinking, what her house looks like at night, if her room has a window, if she can see the moon from where she sleeps. He turns on his side, hugs the pillow closer, watches the shadows move across the wall. A breeze slips through the window, carrying the scent of rice husks and distant laughter. His eyelids grow heavier, but his heart still floating. And just before he drifts off, a single thought whispers itself into the quiet. I hope she smiles at me again tomorrow. The next morning, clouds cover the sky. No sun, no birdsong, just wind and the heavy breath of rain waiting to fall. He walks to the field as usual, boots squishing in the wet dirt, sickle in hand. But something's missing. He looks around, once, then again. She's not there. No red scarf, no breeze-blown hair, no smile waiting across the rows of grain. He tells himself, maybe she's sick, maybe it's the weather, maybe she'll come later. But deep inside, he knows. And the day feels heavier. He still works, still bends, still cuts. But the rhythm is dull. The field is quiet. Even the radio in the far-off house plays nothing but static. By noon, the rain begins, soft at first, then strong. They all leave early. The harvest waits. The heart does not. That night, as he lies on his mat again, he doesn't imagine her smile. He just wonders why her absence hurts more than he thought it would. The next day, sunlight returns. The clouds have gone, leaving the air clean, crisp, alive. He walks to the fields, without thinking. But something inside him waits. He tells himself not to expect anything, that maybe she's still gone, that maybe it was just one smile, one day, a moment. But when he rounds the corner, there she is, standing at the edge of the field, hair tied back, scarf fluttering, backlit by the golden sun. She looks up, sees him, and smiles. This time, he smiles back. A real one, small, uncertain, but honest. And something inside his chest lights up again. He doesn't run to her, doesn't speak, just walks to his row, grabs his sickle, and starts working. But every now and then, he looks up. And so does she. They don't need words. Not yet. The smiles are enough. For now. That's more than enough. The sun climbs high. The heat settles over the fields, like a thick, golden blanket. Sweat rolls down his back. His shirt sticks to his skin. The sickle's handle is warm, and the mud tugs at his feet. But he doesn't mind. Because somewhere across the rows, she's there too. He catches glimpses, a movement, a flash of red, a soft laugh carried on the breeze. They don't speak, they don't wave. But when their eyes meet, they smile. Not every time. Sometimes it's just a glance, a pause, a slight turn of the head. But each time, it means something. And when he bends down to gather the cut stalks, he finds himself smiling into the earth. He wonders if she notices, if she's smiling too, when she looks away. The sun keeps beating, the fields keep moving, the day pushes on. But between the work, and the sweat, and the weight of the harvest, there is this soft thread, invisible, warm, and quietly growing between them. Not love, not yet, but something close. By late afternoon, the field takes a breath. The sun begins to soften. The workers slow down. The sound's quiet, as if even the wind has grown tired. He walks toward the edge of the field, hands muddy, arms sore. And she's there, leaning against a bamboo stalk, head tilted, eyes on the horizon. He almost turns away, almost walks past. But something anchors him. She doesn't move, doesn't speak, just watches the sky. So he walks up, slowly, carefully, and stands beside her. For a moment, they both say nothing. The breeze rustles the leaves. A bird calls in the distance. Somewhere, a child laughs. He glances sideways and finds her already looking. She smiles, small and soft, like she's been waiting for this quiet all day. He doesn't know what to say, so he doesn't say anything. They just stand there, two shadows under the bamboo, breathing the same air, feeling the same stillness. Not touching, not speaking, but closer than they've ever been. The last day comes, quietly. No fanfare, no big announcements, just one more sunrise, and one last walk to the field. Everything feels familiar. The muddy boots, the scent of cut grass, the low hum of morning voices. But it all feels different too, like something is ending, and something else is waiting. He sees her, she sees him. They don't smile this time, they just nod. There's a knowing there, a quiet understanding that doesn't need words. They work, side by side, but still apart. The sun climbs, the rice bows low, and with every cut, he feels the season slipping away. By late afternoon, the carts are full, the tools are packed, the field empty. People begin to leave, smiles, hugs, calls to meet again. He lingers, watches the wind sweep across the stubble. And when he turns to head home, she's still there, standing at the edge, hands clasped, scarf dancing in the wind. She doesn't wave, neither does he. But they look a little longer this time. long enough to say what words never could. Days pass. The fields grow quiet. The scent of rice fades from the wind. Evenings come earlier now, cooler, softer. No longer wakes with the sun, no longer looks for a red scarf in the sea of gold. But some part of him still listens. In the rustle of bamboo leaves, in the hum of crickets, in the way the sky turns pink before dusk. He remembers the work, the heat, the laughter, the silence, her smile, her absence, her return. In quiet corners of his memory. And sometimes, when the wind carries the scent of straw, he closes his eyes and sees her, standing in the field, scarf fluttering, eyes soft. No words, no sound, just a feeling, warm, faint, and forever echoing. He never learned her name, never asked, never dared. And maybe that was okay. Some things are meant to stay unnamed, like the first breeze of autumn, or the feeling of sunlight warming your back on a quiet afternoon. She was like that, brief, bright, unforgettable. He would grow up, leave the fields, chase other dreams, meet other eyes. But this one memory, this one season, would stay. Not because of what was said, not because of what was done, but because of what was felt, in silence, in glances, in the spaces between the work and the waiting. His first harvest wasn't just rice. It was the quiet blooming of something soft and sacred within him. A beginning, a whisper, a story he would carry always.